recipes. I actually work closely with my father. He's a Japanese restaurant owner for 27 years. He's had ginko, Japanese restaurant. That's what I'm representing today. I also do a lot of work with the Food Network, and I've done work at the CBC as well for food TV and stuff like that. But I'm here for the restaurant as well. So, and also it's pretty open. So if you guys have any questions at all, if you'd like to ask any questions, raise your hand. Stop me in the middle. Please feel free to ask as well. The two recipes that I'm demoing today are, it's called green beans goma ae. So goma ae is a type of sesame seed salad dressing that we're going to put on the green beans. And the second one that I'm demoing is a salmon, a baked salmon using a miso glaze. So if anybody doesn't know what miso is a fermented soybean paste. So much the same way that fermented products come in Asia. Tofu is processed from soybean. Miso is a byproduct of soybean, soya sauce, so on and on. The salmon recipe, actually, I'm going to be using a awase miso, which means it's a combination of two. It's a white and a red miso, so it's a little bit stronger. It kind of offsets and balances both. And actually, you can buy this in any regular grocery store as well. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, I have some green beans here, and really simple. These have already been washed, and I'm just going to take off the end with my hands, just clip them off like this. Once I get those done, I'll put them in a hot water bath, so boiling for about, I'll let that go for about 3 minutes. Right away I have some ice. If you don't have ice at home, don't worry about it. Just run some cold water, running cold water under a strainer, and they'll cool off just the same. So this will take about 2 to 3 minutes or so, and I want a really nice crunch. So I cook them, I shock them, and I preserve that crunchiness. When you're looking in your grocery store, you want to pick up for the sesame seed dressing. It's really simple. 4 ingredients: soy sauce, sesame seed oil, toasted sesame seeds, and sugar. And then you can use a pinch of salt to balance out your dressing. The thing that's most important about these is that you want to get the toasted sesame seeds. You can normally find them. They're used in sushi when you make the maki rolls. They put the sesame seeds on for flavor. That's the same sesame seeds I'm using today. There's also different types of sesame seeds. There's a flat, like Middle Eastern sesame seed, which has a little bit more of a subtle flavor, and it's not toasted. You don't want to use those for this. You want to use a big, robust flavor. So as that's going, I'm just going to add my sesame seeds. So about 1/4 cup into what I have is a Japanese mortar and pestle. So in Japanese, it's a suribachi, but basically it's a ribbed, I don't know if you can see in the mirror there, it's a ribbed mortar and pestle ceramic. So I'll take my mallet and I'll start to rotate it like this. I have samples of this, by the way, so you have a chance to try it at the end of the demo. So I'll keep going like this, and as I start to, the more and more I start to use the mortar and pestle, like the actual flavors come out. So basically that's what we're doing. We're releasing the flavor of the sesame seeds that are toasted. And it's a beautiful, beautiful flavor. One key technique is that before you serve this, if you're going to serve this at home, you get your green beans, you can blanch them ahead of time, keep them chilled in the fridge, and you can make this dressing ahead of time, and just before your guests come, mix it all together, have it set aside, and then serve it then. If you let it sit a little bit too long, like over a couple hours, what's going to happen is that the water's going to leach out of the green beans and make it a little bit soggy, so you want to keep it nice and fresh. But you can keep them separate, so that's a good thing. So I'm just going to take that. That's about 2 minutes or so. We've got a beautiful color on the green beans. Right into the ice bath, like so. I'm just going to get them ready, place them inside here. And continue doing this for a little bit longer. So I don't want to do this for 15 minutes, but I usually do this for, I'd like to get as much of the flavor as possible ground out. So I would do this a little bit longer than what I'm doing. But here, you're starting to see that they're grinding up. And then right inside the actual bowl, I'll take some sugar. So if I do a 1/4 cup of sesame seeds toasted, I'll do about 2 tablespoons of sugar. I want to keep a balance, and then I'll use the sesame seed oil, and this has also got a really beautiful flavor. By the way, if you ever cook with sesame seed oil, you want to be careful. It has a very high smoke point, and usually I use it as a finishing oil because as you cook it, the flavor just goes and evaporates. So I'll put a little bit in like this. So I start to create a little bit of a slurry. So about a tablespoon and a half or so. And some soy sauce. So now you've got like the robust flavor, you've got salt, sweet, you've got the sesame seed flavor, and you're just grinding it up like this. And so what you're looking for at home is you're trying to make a paste, a really nice paste. So also another good thing about what the sesame seed oil does is it helps for the green beans to stick. So actually inside the bowl. So here, as you can see, I start to have a little bit of a slurry. In the restaurant, I use a spoon. So a little bit of a pinch of salt. The salt helps to balance out, because if I put a little bit too much soy sauce in, it becomes a little bit too sloppy. So the salt will help bring that saltiness back right up. We grind it up. And take the green beans, a little bit pat dry, and into the bowl like this. So I'm just going to mix this up. Super simple. You can use your hands as well, which I think I'm going to do for this. And I'm just going to place it in the bowl like so. Really simple, refined, different flavors, fresh, beautiful, like that. And that's the first recipe. That's as simple as a green bean salad is.